So this Hasanabi exposes and tells was it, I guess.
Let me watch this ridiculous take where Tate vid where he talks about Megan Fox.
Megan Fox? Huh?
Brother, what do you mean? Why are you sending me a Reddit link when you could have just sent me my tweet, which currently is sitting at 136,000 likes at this point, where I said you are not mentally prepared for Andrew Tate to make a kind of pro-trans argument using the most misogynistic and transphobic statements possible as the chaser that he is. Andrew Tate is a chaser, which is so incredibly on brand for so many in the conservative movement. Aiden Ross, you seeing this. And he ain't even wrong, technically. From your tweet to H3H Reddit and back around to the stream, Lamau. Yeah. What you are about to see here, you are not mentally prepared for. Here is Andrew Tate making a somewhat pro-trans argument using the most misogynistic and transphobic statements possible. As a chaser. Andrew Tate is a chaser, it turns out. Many of you have probably seen this tweet by the time that I'm covering it, considering that, got 10 million views and 138,000 likes. But let's take a look.
Ignore the construction. I'm rebuilding my mansion. You'll see when it's done. We'll do an episode of Cribs. I had to get this area here. I bought my neighbor's house. I had to construct a specific area for the Bugatti. Anyway.
Bugatti.
It's all going to be lit up and shit. Bugatti logos. You broke boys don't know. Listen. I recently posted a question on Twitter asking, would you rather have sex with a transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1? And everyone's sitting...
Like 1.
Okay.
He says transsexual, transgender, and both of these people would be women in this regard, I think. Women should not be valued off of, like, how much they appeal as objects of sexual desire to men. I'm going to get all that... I'm going to get all that bullshit out of the way real quick so we can, like, really understand what he's trying to say here. Because he said, hey, this is important. Now, how did I uncover this? Well, I didn't. Ivy is Sleeping uncovered it, which is insane because this is a Hasanabi head. Why the wouldn't you send this to me months ago, dog? I found this because it was responding to this tweet, and one of my friends sent it to me when it had, like, 200 likes. Why are you not sending to me instead probably writing dumb? They were sleeping. Oh, you guys are saying Ivy Sleeping because it's their name. Probably busy clipping you out of context. No, it's like a big, holy shit, I love corn, big trains enthusiast. Let's continue.
A transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1. And everyone's sitting there clicking woman, 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 because they think they're going to be gay if they do anything else. But they're not actually thinking about the question. I am so smart. I operate on so many levels higher than the average man. You people are not thinking about the question. When I say a 1 and a 10, I mean Megan Fox with a dick. That's the tranny. Or Hulk Hogan with a pussy. That's the girl. This is the question I'm asking. Megan Fox or Hulk Hogan? So you're thinking, well, I don't want to be gay, so I just clicked the girl, the number 1, did it? You're going to Hulk Hogan? Okay, there's a pussy, but he's got...
He's literally saying Hulk Hogan with a pussy in this situation would be a trans man, and Megan Fox with a dick in this situation would be a trans woman, okay? Doesn't matter what terminology he's using. Clearly, that's what he's saying. Like, it's obvious that that's what he's saying. This is at the heart of gender being an expression, okay? Like, that's literally the point. It's like, it's what your output is. It's how people perceive you. No, dumbass. What do you mean, no, dumbass? He's saying it's a cis woman that just looks like Hulk Hogan. Okay, it's a cis woman that looks like Hulk Hogan. Okay, sure, fine. It's a cis woman that looks like Hulk Hogan. That's what he's talking about. Okay? If you don't want to think about it that way, then that's fine. Let's say it's an ugly cis woman, okay?
Ugly, yeah.
It's an ugly cis woman. That's what he's talking about.
Okay.
He's saying it's gay to an ugly cis woman instead of a super hot trans woman.
A mustache and muscles and shit. He's all hairy, big dude, 6'5". It's pretty gay to me. That sounds pretty gay. I don't care if it's a pussy. That is gay. Whereas Megan Fox, okay, he's got a dick, but maybe you can, like, scoot it out the way. I'm still Megan Fox. You know what I'm saying? At least she's small and shit. You can hand around her neck, mess her up. You ain't messing up Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's gonna mess you up. So this is the question I'm asking. You need to operate on a higher plane. Think about
What
this.
is
This is
this?
important. This is cultural. This affects the world.
This is important. This is cultural. This affects the world. Dude, I
It's
love
the-
that. I love this take, dude. Okay, but he did recognize the correct gender expression, a step in the right direction in general. I don't know. Dude, this is literally just him trying to explain to people that, like, he's not gay for wanting to a trans woman, which is ironic because if he wasn't a transphobic person or didn't use transphobic terminology, he's just completely correct. Literally, he is just correct if that is the case. But he uses transphobic terminology while he's trying to advocate for this position, which makes him a chaser. Because yeah, trans women are women. I have said this before. Back in the day, everyone constantly would be like, "Would you ever date a trans woman? Would you ever date a trans woman?" And one thing I always said, and I still believe this is something I've still is a value I believe.
Yeah,
Not that
it's an
like
opinion on it, yeah.
your appeal to me is what makes you a woman or not, obviously, which is that like I already have an incredibly shallow and vain high standards. Okay, not that it matters because you know you being sexually attractive to me does not mean that you are, you're a woman or not. But I used to say this and people get so triggered when I was like, listen, if you fit the narrow appeal window that I have and you're a trans woman without a penis, which, you know, opens up a different can of worms because people then get mad at me. But like, I'm just not into penises. Okay. If you are Dua Lipa, let's say, okay, and you got Beyond Pussy down there in Dave Chappelle's Only Good Joke. What do you think? I'm not going to do anything? Like, yeah, if you come up to me and you're like, oh, I'm a trans woman and I would like to have sex with you, I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, it's great. Like, what do you mean? I've already, if you are imagining someone who's a 10 in that circumstance, you have already admitted that like, yeah, you're hot. You're saying because attraction is subjective. If you say someone is a 10, you're automatically admitting your attraction to said person. Exactly. So if someone fits in that narrow window of attraction for me, then yeah, why would I stop myself? And when I say this, or when I used to say this, people will get so mad. They were like, dude, that's gay. You're gay. It's like, okay, sure, if you think so. I don't think it is, but that lies at the heart of why people are so conflicted about like trans people existing. So they're biologically a woman, but express gender as a man and hot like Dua Lipa? No. AMAB, assigned male at birth, trans women. They look like, this person looks like Dua Lipa, okay, and have a nice doctor-made vagina. I'm doing it. 100%. Is it transphobic to exclude trans women based on their genitals? Seems like there's still debate around this. What does the trans council think? Yeah, I know. This is like, but this is at the cutting edge of trans conversations, especially when like trans existence is so much more than that. Like, who gives a whether or not you want a trans person? Like, it's not, you know, that is not a standard that you apply to anyone else. You know what I mean? You don't go, oh well, I don't want I don't want gay dudes, so they shouldn't exist. It's not a standard, or they should exist. It's not a standard that you would apply in any situation. It's ridiculous. I hate that is like the conversation, which is why I don't like having that conversation. It's stupid. Trans women are women, okay? Dick, no dick, doesn't matter. Trans women are women. And he ends the argument by saying this.
At least she's small and shit and get your hand around her neck, mess her up. You ain't messing up Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's gonna mess you up. So this is the question I'm asking. You need to operate on a higher plane. Think about this. This is important. This is cultural. This affects the world we now live in. What is straight? What is gay? It's all a big sliding spectrum, isn't it? Because if you're going to sit here and go, oh, no, it's gay to bang Megan Fox with a dick, I counter that argument. It's gay to bang Hulk Hogan with a pussy. So which one is it?
If he literally said Hulk Hogan is a cis man with a pussy, and Megan Fox is a trans woman with a dick, and made this argument, it would just be 100% correct. Do you understand? Like, that's the only part of this that is just like, that, well, that's not the only part, but like he says a bunch of transphobic shit in the beginning. But like he is a chaser saying sexuality is a spectrum, and we are now adding Andrew Tate into the trans-inclusive radical misogyny arc. He's like kind of close. Bro changed teams mid-game. You sure it's not a deep fake? No. Top G. I hope Sneeko sees this and also starts defending trans women. You've literally made this argument using Buck Angel. Yes, I've kind of made a similar argument, even though passing is not like the most important thing, obviously, for someone's identity to be of value. It's not. I just use it as a gender as a performance. I just use it as an argument for stating that gender is a performance. Ultimately, it's an expression and it's a social.
Kind of those for the disagreement is we are not picking up any social cues. Is on the